Come with me on a trip into angling adventure. We'll ride the ragged edge where the fish are big and wild. From the fabled Walker's Cay, we'll travel to the ends of the earth, to the loneliest oceans and the farthest rivers in search of the best light tackle action. We'll pit the smallest lures and the lightest rods against the toughest fish, and we'll burn the stories into the memory of...
His nose was right on top of the fly. You see the fish mudding out? He's moving to, yeah, you got him.
Okay.
That fish might take, Flip it.
I can't.
Nice carp. He's right on the fly too, isn't he?
Came and
but he didn't want it. That was a beautiful cast. That thing was right in front of his nose.
Doggone it, what am I doing wrong here?
We always think that every fish is starving to death when we throw a fly at them or a lure, and they might have just had a big belly full of crawfish, so they ain't starving to death.
Yeah, son of a gun. Lefty, do you ever just see these fish as you're poling along here?
Yes, you'll see them cruising. Most of the time, if they're just cruising, they won't hit, Flip, but if they've been turning over rocks, see, these are primarily crawfish feeders. They're in a feed mood, they will take, and you just want to drop it just like you would in front of a cruising bonefish or redfish. And these things can be just as spooky, too. But when they're really on them is when they're mudding, trying to turn over those rocks. They're in an active mood then, and they'll really take the fly well.
What do you mean turning over rocks, Lefty?
Carp feed different ways, different places. Here, they're feed primarily on crawfish. And they'll make their nose up and just flip a rock over, and you'll see a mud pup, just like a mudding ray on the flats in Florida or the Caribbean. And they're actually in there trying to find these crawfish. And they're literally upsetting the rock to get the crawfish underneath.
These great big rocks they're turning over?
They'll tilt rocks over that are 6 inches, about 6 inches, or sometimes even a little bigger.
And the deal is you try to see them tailing like a bonefish or a redfish?
What you're trying to do is throw it just beyond and hop it right across his nose like a crawfish just came out from under a rock. Some of these fish can really get big. They can get up to 25, even 30 pounds. And on a fly rod, that is a lot of fun. There's a carp going there, you see him?
Yeah.
Look at the shoulders on that rascal. Oh, he's gonna take it.
He's coming. You dog.
That was a fabulous retrieve. That was as close to his mouth as lipstick on a pair of lips.
Lipstick on a pair of lips?
Yes, sir. That was right on his lip. That was a perfect retrieve. Actually, I thought he was going to take it. He came right at the fly.
I'm glad to hear that because I'm starting to get a complex.
Well, they can humiliate you, as Ted Jurczyk says.
I'm humiliated right now.
There's another one just tailed right here off the edge of this grass too, Flipper.
He's mudding right here, Lefty?
Yes. But I can't see the fish. Can you see the fish?
Yeah. Yes, I can see the fish. I can see the fish.
Was that him? Good cast. Oh. God, I hope you cooked that one. He got it. Man, that's a nice carp too.
That was the
Ain't
neatest.
that fun? Isn't that fun? It's just like good redfish in their bone. Only you're going to get a.
Oh, look at this.
Oh
Lefty.
man, I'll
look
tell
at
you,
this.
they
look
got
at
some
this.
shoulders
look at this.
on
It's
them.
like bonefish.
Yeah, look at him run that line out
he came
there.
off.
Oh, did he pull off?
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He wasn't...
That's too bad. That was a nice carp.
You know what, Lefty? It broke.
Broke the leader?
Yep. I mean, it wasn't hardly pulling on it at all either.
Don't tell me the knot came untied.
It did.
Who tied that knot?
Not me.
Not me.
I haven't touched, but you look at this where the knot pulled apart.
I tied it.
Look at that.
Oh, you know, I wrote a book on knots. Maybe I ought to write another one.
Let me ask you a question. What page in that book is this knot on?
I'm not going to tell.
I'm skipping that page.
Oh, Flip, I am sorry. Of course, I know I'm sorry. You don't want a character reference, but I'm really sorry about that.
But you know what?
That was a nice fish.
Now I see what this is all about. That fish was really mudding, and he was so focused, and he expected to see food.
And you know what? He was cruising out of the mud, but he had already been in the he was in the feeding mood, and he was cruising out of the mud, so he was willing to take the fly. Those cruisers you threw at weren't actively feeding, so they didn't take.
That's the ticket.
Yeah, they'll take.
That's the ticket.
Well, you want to tie your own fly on this time? Yes, I'm not taking responsibility for the next one. Let me put this anchor down and we'll tie another fly on.
All right.
There's one out here working real well right now. Is it about 11:30?
Yeah, I see it right here.
So I'm just going to turn the boat here and hold it in the current, Flip, and see what we can wait for him to stir up again.
Now there's he tailing right there.
Yep.
Should I try a long cast?
I don't know if they sold you that much line, Flip.
No, I think, let me try.
Okay, give it a shot. He's really working. Nice, very nice. They did sell you much line. Just can't see him, and that makes it tough. See where he's at now?
Yeah.
I would say that is in the bucket. Beautiful cast.
It's got him, Lefty.
Got the fish?
Yep.
Great! You sure? Yeah, it's a fish. Rocks don't swim. Way to go. It's a great cast.
Holy cow. Boy, if
there
somebody...
goes all your line, too. Great. That was great, Flip.
If somebody had ever told me that I'd be casting bonefish flies at carp and having them eat them.
And it's like bonefish, too.
He's going to go down.
They don't run as fast, but they're a lot stronger than bonefish. Look at that weight, that bow weight he's pushing out there.
Lefty, how have you guys been keeping this secret all these years?
Well, you know, some people think this is a new sport, but up here they've been doing it several years. But they've been, you know, carp fishing flies started, the first time I ever read about it, Aubrey Graves wrote about it in the Washington Post back in the 1950s. And look at that run like a bonefish. Just watch that one rock out there. You don't get that leader against that rock. You want me to follow him?
He's making a wake like a nah. This is too much fun to cut it short.
I go all that.
He's got me into the backing.
They're tougher than a bad mother-in-law, I'm telling you.
They're amazingly tough.
Don't forget that's a light wire hook.
Yeah, I'm taking it very easy on this guy, just for that reason. I love those light wire hooks. They hook up so good.
They sure do.
This fish is a pretty good sized fish, Lefty. I'm going to say that he's...
The nice thing is most of them are a good size.
This guy's over 15 pounds or so, I would say.
Well, if you can work him up along this side, can you work him on the right side?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
He's getting tired now.
I'm going to lightly net him. Yeah, that's a nice fish. Very
wow,
nice.
Look at the big scales. I didn't realize that they had
And you know,
such...
they look blue and you're looking at them, Flip, when they're mudding, but look how golden and yellow they are. When we get him out of the water, you'll see he's completely yellow. Oh, Flip, what a nice fish.
Bigger than I thought.
Ah, let's put a bogo on him once and see how much he weighs.
Oh, man, he's much bigger than I thought.
This is a nice fish.
Bigger than I thought.
Very nice. Get a good grip on him.
I can lift them, but I can't read the numbers on that scale.
It's on the other side.
So
it's 16 pounds. Not bad, Flip. Not bad.
goodness.
Look where his nose has been all beat up, where he's knocking those rocks out. See where he kicks them rocks over for the crawfish. Look at those scales. Aren't they golden, beautiful? You don't see that when they're mudding.
They look kind of like tarpon scales.
Look at the shoulders on those things. It may wonder people are starting to do this all over the country, and have been for a couple of years now.
Whoa!
Way to go. It's great, Flip. It's great.
Once again.
Ain't it fun?
Once again, you have introduced me to something wonderful in fishing, Lefty.
Well, that's been going both ways, Flip.
Well, I think it's been coming my way a lot more.
Oh, this is fabulous fishing.
Do you think?
And the thing is, it's all over the United States. Yeah. Flip, they're about 10:30. He's just laying there right now. You see him?
No.
About 35 feet. He's moving slowly up this river.
Yes.
Yes, I see him.
Not really mudding, but he's, and there
I
looks
see
like
him.
a bass with him.
I see him.
See the bass with him?
Yep.
Boy, that's amazing. Let him stop and mud one time. There's a big bass with that carp.
Yeah, and that's a big carp too.
Holy moly.
We're just out of range, right?
Right up in here now,
Yeah,
stop.
I see him. In line with the middle of that grass bed.
Yes, sir. If he'll just stop and mud.
If he stops in mud, he's ours. If the bass don't get to fly first, that happens there once in a while.
He's right here now, Lefty. Coming out further. He's right up
See
here.
him, yeah.
Right along in here. Just about out of range.
Well, if he's got a bass following him, it's more likely he's got a chance of stopping and mudding again, because those bass usually follow him when they are mudding. They don't usually follow him otherwise.
I think I can try him from here, Lefty.
He's really mudding. He is stirring the mud.
Spooked him.
Did it spook him?
No. Nope.
That's the kind. When they're hot mudding like that, that's the kind. Now, if he don't get in all that trash and mess us up.
You know what? I don't care if he gets in that trash.
Let me back out here away from some of these weeds. He's hauling buggy. When you get them hot mudders, that's the kind you get. Nice going.
Lefty, you're so excited about the hot mudder. I'm glad we got to catch one in the sunshine, too.
Yeah. Okay, we're after him now. Real nice work. Real nice work. Don't let that rod touch the boat. Oh, what a hog. That's dandy. Come on, put your head right in that net. Oh man, Flip, what a horse.
Let me help you.
I need it. Let me take that little fly out of there. This is the fly Mike O'Brien organized and tied, and it's made with red fox fur. Imagine catching fish this big on this little tiny fly. Now pick him up and see what he weighs.
Well, you use your eyes to see what he weighs. I can't tell.
17 pounds. The shoulders on them are what are so great. And notice their lips are real soft. They're almost like a human's lips. He'll probably just swim right off.
Just let him go?
Yeah, they're tough.
Well, you're right. You know what I'm ready for? I'm ready to watch you catch one. What do you think?
I think I can handle that. Ah, right by. Oh, he looked at it. He got it.
Yes, sir. Oh, was that gorgeous.
He took it.
You just teased and teased and teased and
He
teased
took
him.
it.
Look at the mud he's kicking up.
Yep. Look at him taking that fly line.
Lefty, that was beautifully done. You surgically removed him from the river.
We ain't caught him yet. Look at that Hummer go.
But you know what? Their run is not like a blistering fast run.
No, it's just power. It's just solid power.
Power of that fish. He's got you backing, doesn't he?
My backing's almost out to the water.
I got a feeling that carp's in trouble.
I hope he is. One of the things, Flip, that freshwater fishermen are going to have to learn is how to fight these big fish. You can't fight them with that rod tip. You got to fight them with this butt.
Is he pretty much under control at this point?
I think we got him. But you got to really fight with the butt of the rod. If you fight with that tip rod up, you're not going to ever land one of these real big fish.
Get the net, Lefty.
Okay. Yeah, he's looking pretty good now. Beautiful fish. Look at the nice scales on him.
They always look so much bigger when you take them out of the water.
He looked like about an 8-pound fish. Let's see how much he weighs, Flip.
You're going to have to read this.
16, about between 16 17 pounds. Look at those bumps where he's been rubbing. Those are calluses where he's been knocking rocks off of there.
I think he's okay.
Don't let him
Just
go,
pop.
and he will be gone.